Hello and welcome back to the Booniverse. If you're new to the channel, you may not know that I am kind of into puzzle games as well as the survival things that I've been doing recently. So today I wanted to show you Terra Nil. It's a really lovely puzzle game where we take wastelands and we turn them into paradise. So thankfully we found this textbook on ecosystem restoration, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, so we start off on a wasteland, and what we need to do is provide it with power with our wind turbines, and then we can clean the soil with these toxin scrubbers. And we're going to put those on the furthest reaches of our power grid here, like this. And what that does is it sets up the soil and it allows us to spread grass seed and other things. So here's where we have our spreader. It's telling us what orientation to put it in, but we're going to do it like this. And we're going to do it like that. I'm probably going to put this through the middle as well, like this. And we'll put our last one here as well, like that, so they're all covered. So you'll see in the top left hand corner where that handy orange arrow is pointing that we have a greenery coverage percentage. And filling it is our primary goal. So once that's done, we'll have to move on to stage 2. So we're going to do that by adding more of these, more toxin scrubbers, and more irrigators. Actually, I might just wait until I've got all of these in, because we're going to get some more toxic scrubbers in here. I move that down so it gives us more coverage. And there. I haven't done that particularly well. Should be good enough. Look at this side. There we go. So really this is just the tutorial stage. So what we're going to do is we're going to cover as much of this map as possible, doing exactly the same thing, and then we should unlock some new devices and we'll have some new tasks to do. So the other thing in the top left hand corner here is this number, which is our kind of our currency in the form of leaves. So each one of these devices will cost a certain amount of leaves. So what we don't want to do is we don't want to run out of these. So we need to make sure that we're filling up and getting as much of this leaf currency back as possible. Okay, so now we just unlocked the water pump and this, which is the calcifier, and they go hand in hand. So the water pump obviously pumps water. It's showing me here how much of this river it will fill up when I put it down. Also grows a little bit of grass on the sides, which is nice. So this is the calcifier. And when we place this on water, it will create rocks on the edge of the water. And that will give us a place to put our turbines, so we can put a turbine down. Allowing us to place more scrubbers in various places that we couldn't reach before. So now we've just unlocked the excavator. It'll excavate a long little line. You see that? When we do this, boosh, it creates a little river for us, so we can place down another pump over here and it'll fill out all of that, including this little bit that we've just put in. And that's handy if we want to reach further places with some stone using our calcifier. We can put some more power over here. So we now just got a little warning light come up saying that we're running low on resources, but that's okay because we've set ourselves up with plenty of fertile land to be able to place down our irrigation systems. So thankfully we don't need to fill every square inch with fertile land. We can just get it to a certain point where we finish the stage. So now we've completed the first stage, we can move on to stage 2, which will be to introduce new plant life and eventually wildlife. So we've got some new things that are unlocked here. We need to reclaim 150 more Finbows tiles to unlock this next thing. So in order to do that, there's a couple of things we need to do. I do want to just finish off putting my irrigators in, because they're going to get us our grassland, which we can then work on. Put a couple of those in here and over here. That's pretty much all done. We can go a little bit further out over here as well. We can probably fill out a bit more of this river. All the way to the end. Why not? And then we'll put this last one in, and then we'll have a look at Finbows and how we get those. So we have two new things that we've unlocked here. One of them is the hydroponium, which creates wetland. And this is the beehive, which creates Finbows flowers, which is what we need to unlock the next thing. So we'll try and do a bit of that. I think what I might do is I might just as long as I can get this to cost 0 or get us a little bit. Yeah, 0 is fine. And then we can make as many Finbows as possible. 106, there we go. That's quite decent. And now up in the top left hand corner, we've got the different biomes which we need to unlock. That will unlock our next stage, stage 3. So these beehives have to go onto these trees here. Now this next device will help us to create a controlled burn where we can grow forest land, which is one of our biomes. That's this one here. We've only got 1% of it at the moment. That's what these trees are. These are forest trees. We're going to place in one of these, and we're going to do a quote-unquote controlled burn. Okay, burn it. It's destroying all my stuff. Destroyed quite a lot of stuff. Oh, it's still going. It's still going. Yep. Well, we've burnt down a lot of our Finbows, but thankfully I made plenty. So we've now unlocked this, which is the Arboretum, and that's how we create our forest. We're going to put this in a place where we're going to go right to the edges of the burnt biome. I think we'll leave it at that. We've got 110% forest there. That's totally fine. So our next biome to unlock is wetland. At the moment we've got 0%. Now the hydroponiums need to go onto these. At the moment there's not a lot of spread. These are giving us minus numbers. Oh, apart from this one. This one's okay. Let's do this one over here. That's quite good. That gave us a chunk of wetland. I think what I'll do is I'll put another irrigator in over here, because we can replant our grass in these areas, and I think I'll do it so that it's nice and close so we can make some wetland out of it. And then we can jump straight in and make some more wetland. Like that. We're about halfway there. I do want to try and see if... I mean, that gives us minus numbers. All that means is the cost of the machine is more than what we're going to get back for it. That's all. But it still gives us coverage. Now the research centre is going to give us the ability to manipulate the region's climate. Also reduces the cost of buildings, which is super helpful. So I'm going to stick that in over here. So you can see these optional goals in the side here. We've been unlocking those slowly over time. Now it's just a case of getting up the humidity, and you can see what things are affected by raising the humidity. It'll also give us little bonuses here on the side. So we can get the humidity up by using the cloud seeder, which we've just unlocked. So I'm just going to stick one of those in. You can see it will give us 9% if we put it there, 10% if we put it there. That's because it's around a lot of water. So that's good. We want to do that. We can get that up as much as we like. We are going to concentrate on unlocking our biomes though. We do need some more wetland, so I want to try and do that. So the other thing we can do to get wetland is use our excavator, which is now upgraded, and we can cut holes through the landscape, allowing water to flow through. So what that should allow us to do is put down maybe another one of these, or what it will do is hopefully, it'll mean that one of these is closer. Oh, that's not the case, unfortunately. Oh dear. Okay. We can put this over here. Hopefully that will be within range. Yeah, we can make some more wetland out of that. And there we go. We've unlocked the third stage. With plant life and climate re-established, the final step is to construct an airship by recycling your buildings. As you remove your presence, introduce fauna to be new custodians of the ecosystem. So this is where we research animals that are living within the habitat. And when we find them, we can go home happy. But first we need to recycle all of our buildings. Now some of them are right out here. The only way to get to them is with these, which are recycling silos. We can recycle quite a bit there. So that unlocks our little recycling drone. But the recycling drone needs to move along water, and it can only go within a certain distance. It has these loading docks. These loading docks only reach a certain distance. We can use our excavators to cut rivers through the landscape, so our recycling drone can go and pick up the recycling silos. Nice. It's quite good because the loading dock has an area of effect as well, so you don't need to use the silos, you can just use the loading docks. Again, we've got loads of currency left, so if we take out something that we still need, like if we need to cut a river through, we'll need power to do that. So if we take out the power, we can just put it back in again because we've got plenty of currency to do that. It's a problem with having things right on the outer reaches, we might not be able to get to it. Okay, so we can use a silo as far out as possible. It's not quite as far out as possible. Need to go a little bit further, like that. But we still need to get to that. We're not going to be able to get to it with the loading dock. It only goes that far. So what I'm thinking is we'll have to get the excavator and go this way around. Thankfully there's still power over this side. That thing is in the way. We'll just recycle those and we'll keep the windmill in there. So we need the windmill to power our excavator. So let's just do this. So actually we will need a little bit more power over here. We'll need another excavator to come all the way out this way. It almost goes all the way out. That's fine. Should be far enough. Yeah, there we go. We can collect those. And then we can just put these in as we go. Now we're about halfway through the recycling process, so what we're going to do now is put down the animal observatory. It uses a sonar ping to encourage animal species to move into a habitat, which is the last thing we need to do. We need to make sure that we've got the right habitats. So these are all our undiscovered species, and we're going to use our solar ping in random areas on the map to look for various things. So this is the first one on the list. To an extent, I already know where these are, so it's going to make it a little bit easier. We found some deer. The prerequisites for having a deer needs to be in range of 20 greenery tiles. But the same goes for all of these. They have different prerequisites, so we just go around the map. This doesn't cost us anything, so we can just ping things. We've got frogs there. Let's try a few other things out. What about this? Oh yeah, full range of forest tiles. Oh, and in range of a river. So if we can get more river tiles, we might be able to get this one. Yeah, it's a beaver. Cool, so we got 3 out of the 6, and that will allow us to complete the level. We just need to recycle the rest of the stuff. So the last thing I want to do before we go, I do want to keep some power down because I want to put in some more cloud seeders. Because at the moment our humidity is only 67%, and I want to get the humidity up to over 90 so that we can get the salmon runs in. So let's see if we can do that. Get one in over here somewhere. Oh yeah, 15%. That's the one. So now we've completed all of our optional goals. And we can just recycle the last of these bits. That's it. We're complete. So now we can launch. Well, that's Terra Nil. You enjoyed the video? Don't forget to leave a like, consider subscribing as well, and leave a comment. Let us know that you want to see some more, and we'll move on to the next region. Until next time, take it easy.